everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I had this whole setup ready to go, lights, tripod, everything, and I was about to sit down to do like more kind of, I guess, a formal kind of sit down video. I sat down and I was like, nope, not today, Erica, this is not gonna work today. Okay, so instead today's video is going to be definitely a lot quicker than if I was to sit up in that chair over there. It's probably going to be a little bit more abrupt and to the point, and I think it's going to help a lot of you. Well, I hope so anyway. Okay, so yesterday was kind of a cool one for me. So yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of the weekday that I finally started working on Retro Flame full-time here in New York. As well as that, then yesterday I was also featured on this TV show back in Ireland, and it was like kind of documenting young Irish people here in New York who've kind of paved the way and like made a career for themselves, and just kind of documented us and kind of shared our stories. So it was a coincidence that the two of them kind of coincided, but it also meant that I got a lot of messages from you over the last 24 hours and a lot of questions and a lot of kind of I guess just queries and people wondering and like stuff like that. And a few things really stood out to me, and it's actually some messages I got yesterday are very similar to messages that I get all the time, you know, on a daily basis through email or Instagram DM or on Snapchat especially. And I just want to kind of discuss a few of those things because there's certain things that really stand out to me in these messages, and I know for every one person thinking it or asking it, there's probably like 20 more people who are thinking it and asking it but just not asking it, if you get me. So I wanted to just really quickly today have a quick little chat with you about some of the things that have stood out to me most. And yeah, it's not gonna be like a boring Q&A video or like too long-winded. I'm just gonna really just kind of touch on some bits and pieces that I get asked about quite a lot, and hopefully you can even gain the tiniest bit of help from it, and I'll be happy if you do. So let's get started. I'm gonna make a quick coffee and start talking about the number one thing I want to start talking about. Probably the most common thing I get in an email every day, or I get in an Instagram DM or wherever it may be, is people who follow me or people who know me, messaging me, telling me why they can't do something. Not why they can, why they can't. And this really bothers me. Okay, so it doesn't bother me because I don't want to hear your problems and I don't want to help you and I don't want the messages. It bothers me because it frustrates me that you're letting the smallest, tiniest things get in your way of doing what you want to do. You're letting small things stop you, and nothing bothers me more. I'm guilty of it myself, I've done it in the past, but if I've learned anything from this past year or even past couple of years, it's that you cannot let those small things stop you. You can't let the fear stop you. You can't let people stop you. You can't let situations or circumstances stop you. You just have to go for it. And when you do, you will be so glad you did. Okay, so you've started, you've done what I told you to do, you've done the hard part, you've took the risk, you haven't let something stop you, and now what is next? Well, this next question is the question I get a lot as well. And it's like, okay, Erica, I've done what you told me to do, I've made the start, and now it's not really working. I have a blog, no one's reading it, I'm not getting that promotion at work that I want, things just aren't happening fast enough. So how do I stand out and how do I do well? Well, here are my tips for you. Okay, so number one, start asking for what you want. So when it comes to my career and my business and just my kind of goals and ambitions, I really get out there and ask for them. And I know that sounds a bit cheeky, but if New York has taught me one thing, it's that you really do have to go after what you want. So if there's a brand I want to work with, I'll message them, I'll email them, I'll stalk them on LinkedIn, I'll like try and set up a meeting, I'll do whatever it takes to do like, you know, what I want to do. And if you just take that advice in like whatever aspect of your life you're in, so you're not a blogger, you're in something else, you know, just take that advice and really think about it. Like, you know, what is the worst that can happen? And this literally comes down to like asking for a pay rise. Kaylin did that with me last week. True story. She's behind the camera again today. And
gotta go for it, guys.
It also comes down to like, you know, there's a guy you want to go out with, ask him. Like, we have to stop being so afraid of asking for what we want. We only have one chance of getting it all, so start asking and start doing. And number two, consistency. This is one I really can't stress enough. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but if you want to do well in something and if you want to achieve something, consistency and hard work are going to get you there. The harder you work, the luckier you get. And I say it with everything. There's no overnight successes. There's nothing that will happen like that. You really have to be consistent in work. So if you, again, I'll use blogging because I guess that's what I know most, but if I want more people to start finding me and more people to start noticing me, I have to get blog posts and videos out there. So I have to be consistent, like just like I do videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. You know, when you come onto my channel, every Tuesday and every Thursday there'll be a video there, and it's that small little bit of consistency that with gradual and hard work and just not giving up, that will get you there in the end. So if it's a final you're like training for, if it's a marathon, whatever it is, if it's sports, if it's in career, if it's in life, if whatever it is, you just have to be consistent and put that work in. And moving on from consistency, something that I'm about to say, this is probably the most important thing I'll say in this whole video, and the most important thing I've learned in the last, I don't know, all my life, to be honest. It's only finally starting to click with me. And the point I'm going to make is that you have to stop trying to have everything be perfect. Don't be perfect at the start of anything that you do. You have to improve and have to learn as you go along. So when you start a new project, or if you start a new blog or a new job, and you put all this pressure on yourself to do perfect work, that it actually kind of stops you from doing any work at all, and then you're not getting anywhere. And that's why you're not getting anywhere, because in order to do well, you have to keep doing, and perfectionism stops you from doing. So whatever your stage you're at in life, whatever job you're doing, if it's a blog, if it's a 9 to 5, whatever it is, just start looking at things a little bit differently and think to yourself, you know, I could do this today, and you know, it won't be perfect, it won't be the best I'll ever do, but at least I'm doing it and getting myself better and improving along the way. And it was funny, my friend Lorna actually texted me this morning. She was watching my Nationwide show yesterday, my feature on that, and she was saying, like, because they showed some of my old vlog footage in that video, so it was like vlogs from like last summer. I was using a different camera that wasn't as good, and I was just bad. Like, looking back, I actually cringe myself. But she was saying, she's like, Erika, like, look how far you've come. And like, she wasn't saying that in like they were so bad, although she probably was, but we'll pretend she wasn't. But she was saying, like, you know, take 5 minutes a day and just be like, whoa, okay, I've improved that much in a year, and imagine what I'll improve now in the next year. And like, you're forever getting better. So whatever you're doing right now, you'll look back in this last year and be like, oh my God, what was I doing? But you're getting places and you're getting better. So stop trying to have everything perfect. Just get things done, be consistent, and work really, really hard. Okay, so nothing groundbreaking, probably nothing you haven't heard before, but just my take on things. And as I said, I get so many messages, like especially in the last 24 hours, just with the kind of same questions and everything and the same underlying message. And I just really felt like the need to like just sit down and have a quick chat about things. And as I said, nothing groundbreaking, but if you do take one thing away from today, is that like things take time. You know, you need patience, you can't give up, you have to just keep going and keep at it, but it will work out in the end. And what I'm about to say is kind of cringy, and please don't laugh at me, but you know, we really all only have one go at it. Like, we only have one chance to kind of do what we want to do in life, and it'd be such a shame to look back in like 20 years time and be like, damn it, I wish I hadn't been so like scared to do it, and I wish I'd been a little bit braver, because we never know what's around the corner, and you really do have to make the most of it all and just live that life that you want. So whatever it is, and it might even be career related, you could be watching this video and thinking something else, and that's totally fine as well. So yeah, I really hope that this video helped you today. I hope that, you know, you can take even 1 or 2 small things away from it, and I hope that it might give you some motivation to get started and stop letting small things stop you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.